Hey, I'm Stephanie Poetri, and I just did an interview with the Jackson Wang show, and we talked about everything, K-pop, face masks, you name it. So, check it out.
Let's do this. Zach Show.
While Stephanie gets set up, I got to tell you that this interview is being sponsored by Total Wireless. There's never been a better time to move to Total Wireless. Total Wireless, total confidence. Hello, beautiful human. We welcome to the studio Sanchez Dan, and we got Stephanie Poetri.
Hey.
Skirt, skirt.
What was that?
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt.
Skirt, skirt?
Yes.
Where did you first hear skirt, skirt?
I mean, I feel like I read it on Twitter or something. Like just skirt, Or like in rap songs, people are like skirt, skirt in the back,
Yes. There's an Ariana Grande song that has skirt, skirt.
Well, we love her, so.
Yeah, we do love her. Do you know that pillow? Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like every time you come, because this is your second time hanging out, you do gravitate towards the cat pillow.
I do. It's just the shape.
Yeah.
I don't know. What was weird for me was I saw your episode with Stray Kids, and your girl loves Stray Kids, and I didn't see any of them.
Yeah, nobody used the cat pillow.
Yeah, I was like annoyed a little bit. I was like, which one of me is them? But
Because you can look at all the other interviews and see you in almost every one.
exactly.
Who gravitates towards the cat pillow? Which member of a boy band grabs it and squeezes it? By the way, your ride's been crazy. We have a lot to catch up on, including 2 brand new records, both of which came out Valentine's Day. 2 songs one day.
Yep. Oh.
What, is that scary? What is that?
I don't know. It just sounds familiar.
2 girls, 1 cup.
I didn't say that.
Of course.
I didn't say that.
You put into the world anti-romantic songs. What you're talking about is way too romantic.
Well, but yeah, I put out 2 songs on Valentine's Day. That's my first ever songs I put out after I Love You 3000. So that was fun.
I mean, why were those 2? Okay, how many songs did you create post I Love You 3000?
A lot.
And what were you looking for or listening for?
Yeah, for sure. I think I was just looking for something that could show my genre more because I was like, yes, acoustic pop, not too lo-fi like I Love You 3000. To kind of, introduce people like, hey, this is me, this is your girl, this is what I like. And so I think Do You Love Me and Touch, the songs, they're very much like what I like to listen to and what I want to put out. And then maybe in the future we'll start diving into more like subgenres of that little acoustic pop box. But
But you're evolving it perfectly because you mentioned like how lo-fi I Love You 3000 was. I feel like both these records, the perfect level up.
Oh, God, thank you. I'm glad you feel that way.
I really love Touch.
You do? Okay. So before we start, when we made Do You Love Me in Touch, it was like a weird personality test because 50% of people gravitated towards Touch and 50 went with Do You Love Me, which makes me a lot more confident putting them all together.
Okay.
So you're a Touch person. How about y'all? Touch?
Yeah.
Then I feel like I should go, Do You Love Me?
No, but why don't
You
you
don't have
speak with
to.
your heart, Daniel?
Even if you haven't heard the song, just like the
No.
in terms of title.
But no, I'm going to say Do You Love Me?
Do You Love Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one.
Okay.
It's
So,
actually interesting that you say that because they're like 2 different stories, like the beginning of a relationship and the end of a relationship almost, right?
Weirdly, yes, but they're both just like story of my life. Never, just like people don't like me back for some reason,
wait,
Oh.
but you're talking you're talking about fictional relationships.
Yeah. Well, because, I'm still looking for that man. But, like, for example, Do You Love Me is like kind of, do you like me? It's kind of like obsessive,
Got it.
And it's a very immature way of looking at unrequited love.
Which is that you most of the time?
It was me, but I grown. If you ask my exes, yes, it's me. But I'm not with them anymore, so it's not me anymore.
So from those situations you've learned.
Yes. I'd like to think so.
I mean, you won't really know, I guess, until the next person comes into your
Yes,
life.
and then I'll let you know for sure.
But know that like there is a 50-50 shot that you become obsessive and you ask the question.
For sure. I mean, just, it depends on the guy. So it's not my fault. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't you,
But-
don't you have a knife in the Do You Love Me music video?
Maybe.
Maybe that's
I do,
why.
I do.
Maybe because you're scaring people away with knives.
Well, why are men so scared of knives?
Oh, they're scared of everything, girlfriend. Everything.
But we don't talk about it.
So, okay. Do You Love Me is this idea of you asking this question obsessively and wanting to get an answer. And touch is what?
Touch is a more mature understanding of kind of losing someone. I think what's great about Do You Love Me and Touch is they're both kind of anti-love, like you mentioned, but they're so different in terms of like the maturity level of, the lyrics and the understanding of what love is. Where one is like, with Do You Love Me, love is for me. So whatever that guy feels, I want him to love me no matter what. Whereas Touch is like, I know we don't work out, and even though I do want you, like a little bit of you is just too much because it's like
You can't handle it.
exactly.
The color palette in that Touch music video, bravo.
You like it?
Yeah, the outfits, the set, the couch.
The blue couch.
Oh, well done.
Thank you so much. That was really fun to shoot. Let me spill the beans, the tea, whichever one you prefer.
I'm here to accept.
So with Touch, it was like a legit set. Like we had a trailer. Like I had a trailer. It was insane. I was like, I'm not flexing, and I was just like chilling, conversing with like all the people, and like this was my first time in a legit set. So I was like, what was the last thing you worked on? Is this your first one this year? And they were like, yes, our first one this year. Last thing we worked on was Yummy, and I was just like, wait a minute, like it's legit. So that was, I think, the first time where I was genuinely like, yo, this industry's like real. Like it's crazy.
Well, it's real for you
Yes.
in America
Yes, exactly.
because you've had quite a journey. I Love You 3000, obviously reminding people who probably don't need to be reminded, but that was a viral sensation and a viral hit. And like you shot the video on the iPhone, right?
Yes.
Like nothing.
Yo, I should have gotten a sponsor for that because I keep telling people I shot it on my phone.
You sound very hardcore that way. And it's a cooler story going from your iPhone to the crew that also did Yummy.
Yeah, which is crazy because I think with what's amazing with Do You Love Me, it was more, it was like a great in between. So Do You Love Me was shot completely in one set, and it was like just like people were asking like, so what do you want? And I wrote a list of like the props I want, which was the knife, and then like a panda squishy. It was all so it was like a great like transition from like phone, something very personal, and then like a huge set. So it was a quick slope, but it was
When you were coming up like with the character behind Do You Love Me, are you just essentially like giving this person tools of a psycho?
if you're going to call it that. But yeah, it was basically just like how I saw a person that crazy, like that's how these are the things that I could see, visualize, such a subject. I think, for example, also with lyrics, I try to make objects that fit with the lyrics. So, for example, this love ticket is one way. We printed out a ticket. No, your heart is my destination. It was a paper airplane that I folded.
Congratulations.
Flex. Thank you so much. That's my biggest achievement yet.
You folded the airplane.
Yeah.
Are you running point on the creative for these music videos?
It's definitely like a collaborative project, but what's great is that they definitely ask like, what's your vision? With Do You Love Me, I literally told them the moment I heard the song done, I could see lights. I could see like just like a play with lights to really show like, because it's so like diverse, like do you love me not, do you love me, and I wanted the lights to kind of like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know
No,
what
I
I
totally
mean?
get it.
Yeah.
did you record I Love You 3000? You recorded that in your room, right?
No, because
Oh.
my room has really bad acoustics. But I wrote it. Well, actually, I wrote it mostly in the bathroom because But I did record it in a studio.
Oh, so what was it? How's the difference recording that compared to this once you already had that?
Oh yeah, I think the biggest difference was kind of definitely I worked with a different group of people. But with I Love You 1000, my mom was there, so it was just really stressful because she's like a perfectionist, and she's like, try to do this run, and I'm like, Mom, I'm not you. I'm not a mega superstar who can do all these runs. You need to chill. And she's like, oh, but you're my daughter. I'm like, girl. So here it was like a lot more like, like I don't know if it makes sense, but when your mom's not there, they're not like kind of making you do all these crazy things that like are amazing and she could do, but your girl can't. You know?
You have the room to be yourself without the pressures of your parents. Totally.
For sure. I mean, I do love her being there because like she does take out like things in me that I didn't think I could do. It is a bit stressful, like the process, but like once I do it, I'm like, oh my god, girl, like you want me?
Yeah,
You impress yourself in the end.
Yeah, but she pushes you.
She did.
But the strangers allow you to be vulnerable and truly yourself. You need a combination. Your mom needs to
True.
vocal produce you.
I agree. So, Mom, if you want to go to America and like hang out with me or something.
I mean, does she have time for you? Because she is an icon.
I know. I'm always like thinking like I know she always wants to come here and like hang with me and you know try to see what my day-to-day kind of business is, but she's also like a working woman, like getting that bread for like the 3 other kids, you know. So I'm like, I get it, but I'll be back in Jakarta soon for the Head in the Clouds festival, so I'll be seeing her there.
Yo, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I got to tell you about ASU. You know the drill. If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits that you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of those questions, Arizona State University really could be the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 200 highly ranked degree programs, 100% online. You're going to earn the same degree that you would on campus from wherever you are, totally on your schedule, plus ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. If you want more information, text my name, Zach, to 35517. That is Zach to 35517. Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates and why 87% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. They are no joke. So learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. To learn more about ASU online degree programs, text Zach to 35517. That is Zach to 35517. We obviously have a Jackson Wang remix here on year 3000. Very exciting.
Yes.
What is it like when you get back his verse?
It was crazy. So I was just told that he wanted to jump on it. I didn't know if he was gonna rap, if he was gonna sing, if he was gonna whistle. I don't.
Because you don't know.
I don't know. And so when it came and he was singing with his like raspy voice, I was like, you know, being a fan of his, I think it's so weird to see kind of the process of him, you know, putting out a song, and it's just like it was really humbling in a way because like I was told that he had just done his concert and he came to the studio and like had to record it the next day, and like it was just crazy. Like,
what do you learn from a collaboration like that?
wow, a lot. I think specifically with Jackson, it was just like it made me realize like, you know, coming into here, I think because you did tell me like, you know, people are gonna use you and stuff like that, but he was the most humble, kind person. So it really taught me that like, you know, you can still be yourself and stay grounded for the rest of your career, and that can actually build, you know, your career instead of kind of stopping you. But in general, having a collaboration like that, I think it just makes me want to do more because it's so fun to see how people kind of interpret your songs into their own, which is my favorite thing. You know, the reason I got into music was for songwriting because I love how people interpret, you know, the songs I write into their own story. And so in the future, maybe I'll write a song for someone. I would love to like start songwriting for people.
I mean, even with the 2 songs that you put out so far, you have a room of different writers that you've never worked with before, right? How do you prepare for those sessions, or do you come in like blank slate?
Oh my gosh, my first session, I was so nervous. I came in, I was shaking. But, you know, I think people in the industry, like especially people who are experienced, like they're so chill. Literally, like, I came in and they were like, you want Starbucks? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my pink drink. And it was just like very chill. And so it definitely takes time. You know, from my first ever writing session to like my last one, it was definitely a whole, like I came in more, you know, relaxed, and also I started coming in with more confidence because, you know, I started off being like, oh, what do you think? What do you think? But now I'm like, I like this, which actually helps producers and writers because they get to know like exactly what you need. Because apparently, if you come in not knowing, it's actually very hard for them to do because they're like, we're writing for you, sis, not for us.
Yeah, they're filling in blanks. And the hope is that like you get to know each other,
Yes.
and then it becomes like second nature. Sharing and
Exactly.
chilling and understanding.
Exactly. I think in a way it's very similar to like, like a little interview like this where you're actually getting to know each other. And it's honestly, recording studios end up becoming like therapy sessions for me sometimes. So thank you, everyone I worked with.
But that's the way it should be, because that's how you know you're getting the most personal piece of art.
Totally agree. Maybe we should get in a session, guys.
Dude, I mean, here's the deal. I'll help bring it at us. At least somebody has to take notes and then structure a whole song.
Yes.
Because it starts with a therapy session,
Exactly.
and then the structure's really...
All right, Stephanie, what's going on in your life today? Let's
That's
break this
amazing.
down.
Yeah, Dan Zolot really needs another job in his life, so he's been like playing around with songwriting.
Wow. I'm like,
What are you asking?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay.
what's been I've been writing a lot about this, but basically everything has been going so well in my life, which is great. But
Bad music.
I hope not. No. But basically like all the good things that happen aren't so like exciting anymore. Cause just the normal for me is happiness. And so when good things happen, it's not as like a drastic change where, before I was like kind of like confused with my life and I was a bit down. And so when good things happen, I was like, whoa. But now I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm not as excited, which is annoying because then it's like you really take for granted all the goodness happening to you because, good just happens all the time. And it's very privileged of me to say. But like, sometimes it's like, I feel like I need bad things to happen to really appreciate the good things.
Yes.
So I've been writing a lot about that.
And also to inspire art, right?
For sure, yeah. It's like you can't just keep writing about how good the world is because the world isn't good. You're just lucky. And sometimes I'm just like, but I can't actually say that like I'm not happy because I am.
Yeah. And you deserve to be happy, though.
I think we all do, but life is just unfair for a lot of people. I think it's fair for me right now. Maybe in the future it won't, but it does suck sometimes for me because that's so privileged to say, wouldn't you agree, right?
Yes and no.
No?
You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to embrace that. Things aren't going to always be great. Like, it's going to suck at some point
Yeah.
again.
You can't have ups
That's
without
part of life.
downs.
So you should embrace the happy parts right now.
I should, shouldn't I?
Ups and downs happen. Ebbs and flows. It's the way the world works. Enjoy the fact that you're up, because the second,
true.
like, who knows? 1 second you could be down. And bad things can hit in different ways,
Yeah?
you know?
Like how?
I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything from a relative dying
Oh, well, let's not put that out there.
to, I'm just saying, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Not always like,
To stubbing your toe.
yeah, for sure.
It's not always,
career-wise.
yeah, totally.
I guess because my career is like literally what I'm focusing on right now the most, that I don't, like that's the only thing I think about.
It's all, but it probably will always be. It's all encompassing. But I think with life and experience comes understanding and knowledge, and once you understand different things, then it comes like this balance of happiness and sad.
Don't feel bad for being happy.
Well, this was an amazing therapy session.
I mean, I don't,
This is literally what happens. Like,
I don't know if I made any sense. So don't take any
You
of my
do.
advice, please. Don't live based on it.
I agree, and I think if people hearing this, take your advice as I will, maybe it'll help them.
I don't know. Just be happy.
Do you think we could write a song about what we just talked about? I think we could.
I think we could. For
There's
sure.
lots to write about.
What did we just discuss that gives you seeds for songs?
There's nothing wrong with being happy. Don't let people bring you down.
Nothing wrong with being happy is a great hook.
Yeah.
Okay.
that.
See?
So if I come up with a song, I'll definitely credit
Good.
y'all.
Give us a shout out. Appreciate that.
Are you excited to go back to Jakarta?
Very.
I mean, life must be different for you there now.
For sure. I mean, I used to be able to walk around, because the gyms there are mostly in malls, right? And your girl used to go to the gym, and I live near the mall, so I would prefer to shower at home. And so I leave the gym and walk around the mall looking like
A mess.
a mess and didn't care. But I started doing that after I Live Doesn't came out, and people would come up and like, "Can I take a picture?" And I'm like, "Yes," but like
I smell.
exactly. And they're like trying to like hug, and I'm like, I would love to hug you. I smell so bad, but okay, if you want to. And then I'm always thinking like, do they realize how bad I smell? Because that's so embarrassing. So that's like one of the things, just like little things like, oh, and oh my God, people, this is the cutest, but also the most awkward thing. When I come into a restaurant, you can see like the servers or like, you know, everyone, they're like looking, and then they like, and then they play my song. And it's like, it's the most awkward thing because I don't know what to do. I'm just like, what kind of reaction are you expecting from me? Because now I'm just really confused.
Should I raise the roof right now?
He's like, do you want me to sing? Like, is this like karaoke? So,
I mean, what have you learned from your mom? Because growing up, you experienced your mom being famous.
she told me that happens to her a lot too. But I think with her, it's like she's also gotten over that awkward phase. Like, nothing is awkward for her now. She's just like, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because she's
like,
done
does that
it.
mean I get a discount? You know?
She's a pro.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, because she's experienced it all.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, something else in life that comes with experience is that sort of lifestyle. You know, like
Yeah,
once she's done it all and she's been through it all, you know, nothing gets weird anymore.
it's true. Well, weird, and also like what we said, like happy. I guess it's like happy is weird.
Happiness shouldn't be weird.
When was the last time you were home?
I moved here in November, so I think like early November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You got any cool celebrity friends yet?
You, you guys.
So no one?
I didn't say that. But it's crazy because the weird thing about America is I'm walking and then suddenly I see a famous person and I'm like, what? Like I was at New York Fashion Week and I saw Alec Baldwin just like randomly. I was like, is this normal? Like, am I not supposed to freak out? Just, like,
Don't freak out.
And like YouTubers, like I love YouTube. Like I don't watch TV, I watch YouTube. And so all these YouTubers in LA just walking around, like going to the market and like eating at restaurants, and I'm just like, I watched that guy on like this show.
You should go and say something to them.
But
They probably know who you are.
Okay, if someone came up to you, what would you want them to say?
I mean, be normal. Don't just be like, hey, can I take a picture? That's, you know, just be like, hey, I'm Stephanie. My name's Stephanie Poetri. Big fan of yours. And then maybe they'll be like, oh, you're a fan. But like, maybe tell them what you do. I mean, you have a few million views on I Love You 3000.
Wouldn't that be like such an annoying thing? Like to come on, like, yeah, I have a song. It like went good, so you should we should take a picture. Like that's a bit like how would I go about?
Because everybody in LA is a singer, songwriter, actor, so they're gonna be like, oh, just another one.
Just say your name and just be like, hi, big fan. I'm Stephanie Poetri. I watch you all the time. Just wanted to tell you that I appreciate your work.
Okay, I'm gonna steal that exact.
Take
Is that okay? Okay.
Totally.
All right, so after the show, I'm going to come up to each and one of you and say, hi, I'm Stephanie Poetri. Love your work. Appreciate it. Maybe listen to my song. Just got 2 new songs out. I don't know.
Do You Love Me in Touch? Those are the 2 songs out. They totally deserve your ear. We're going to get links in the description below to both those music videos that you must watch. One includes a knife. The other includes a beautiful pastel color palette.
Yes.
Well, they both kind of do, in a way.
They're both colorful, that's for sure.
They're definitely attached to the same universe.
Yeah. We're making our own little superhero universe with my song. But yeah, they're both colorful, but like in different ways, right? Which is fun too.
Mm-hmm.
When's this album coming?
Yo, this is I don't believe in the concept of albums. I feel like an album is an art. You have to make it if it's like if you want to put your like soul into it. And I'm not there yet. I'm not that deep. Like for me, music is still for fun, and so I just want to put out as many like songs and EPs and singles. But
Really?
one day when I do figure out what I want to like make into this amazing like compilation of songs, it should have a story. Then I'll make it. But right now, like I don't. For me, I don't have that deepness in
Yeah, you're too happy.
my art yet. Exactly. You're way too happy, girl.
No, keep thriving. And I understand what you're saying. We live in a very unique time in music where albums aren't necessarily required to get your identity out there and to share your art.
Exactly. That's why like I love like I'm really into Love's new album. I know it's not fully out yet.
It's coming and it's really good.
Have you heard the new?
I heard the whole thing. He was here last week.
I've been in so many places where they were like, "Yeah, Love was just here," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And you didn't.
He sat right where you're sitting.
Yeah,
Well,
it did.
Was he? No?
I don't know if did he hold the cat? No.
No. Just sat in that corner though. So
thought
there's
we were
still
meant to
love
be
juice
like-
there.
Just like the vibe.
Yeah,
Trying to
wow,
bask
geez.
in his glory.
He really is incredibly talented. It's sick. And the album is amazing. It's one of my all-time favorite albums.
The How I'm Feeling one? The one coming out. I can't wait for it. Like, because he did post on his Instagram that the new song coming out is going to be his favorite song he's ever written, which is a lot to say for a lot.
Is that a...
Modern loneliness.
Yes.
Yeah. I
got
think
a
you guys would
tattoo.
work well together. You have a similar vibe.
Manifest it.
Yes, I'm going to say, put it out into the world.
I do have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
You and Jackson, you guys changed the lyrics for the remix, didn't you? Why?
I don't know. Well, it's just weird. It was like literally on a whim. Like, and genuinely, it was because we wanted it to be a more universal like song. Because when you say husband, it's very much like, okay, for like this person who likes men, you know? Whereas if we made it best friend, it could be, other than the fact that the whole verses are like storyline based, the chorus can be more, like open and interpreted, because when you are marrying someone, they have to be your best friend.
I was just going to say, firm believer in the fact that you love your friends. And if you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life, that person better be your best friend or you're going to have a crappy existence.
Facts. Mad facts.
Boom.
Exactly.
I've never been in love, nor will probably ever be in love, but I do know that your lover should be your best friend.
Is that an invitation I hear? Like every time I come here, I always do that, and then I'm like, never mind.
Oh, it is an
Sorry.
It's an invitation for everybody.
Listening.
If you want to get in line, the queue starts out the door.
All right, out the door. Wow,
It's going to be a
trying
long
to kick
one.
me out.
That was bold too. Out the door.
Wow.
No, anybody else out there looking, hit me up. Any
Yeah.
other thoughts?
Yeah, one
there?
other question. Now you're officially part of 88 Rising. Mm-hmm. Okay, last time you were here, we weren't allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, that was a
How-
little sneaky.
How is that going?
Fun. Well, I think what's so great about Rising, it's like I definitely have more emotional connection to what they stand for. Coming from Asia and being Asian. And so every little thing I do, I feel like I'm doing it for a great cause, which is a lot better than, in my opinion, like going to just a label and feeling like, okay, this is a business partnership. Whereas with 88, it's definitely like there is a cause for it.
It's
There is a
bigger.
concept that you support as an artist.
It's
you know?
cool.
Are they just giving you the freedom to kind of do what you want?
Yeah, it's crazy. They're like, what you want to do? And I'm like, what do you guys think? And they're like, no, this is your thing. You got, and which is crazy because I come in, well, I have, friends who are in the music business and they always tell me like their label tells them to be a certain person, to do a certain type of songs. But with 88, it's like very much like, who are you and who do you want to be? And they'll help me like, package that the right way, to be as honest as possible, but they never tell me like, no, you can't do this, which is insane. I feel like that's why I feel like I'm so lucky,
There's a lot to be happy for.
I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm sad about the fact that everything is so.
She's gonna come back in 6 months just crying.
I was wrong. Okay. Never.
Do You Love Me and Touch? Please listen. Links in the description. We don't have a date yet for this final chapter of music, but you don't know what it's going to be. You're just going to release things freely.
Exactly.
You got no rules.
Yeah, no rules like Dua Lipa.
Live free, die happy.
Yes.
Giddy up. Also, Head in the Clouds is happening March 7th. That's so soon.
God, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so exciting.
Day 6 is going to be there.
Yeah. Oh my god. I have followed Jay
Oh, I love Jay.
so long, and
They rock.
There's my favorite song by them is called "Shoot Me." Have you
Okay.
heard that one?
Yes.
My favorite. Oh, girl, I can't wait to just like sing along like as they perform. It's gonna be crazy.
You love K-pop.
I do. Well, I honestly got into songwriting and producing because of K-pop. Because I heard like all these songs, and I think with production in K-pop, it's a lot more like detailed. And when you hear them through headphones, like you just get chills sometimes. And then I'm like, okay, one day I wanna be a producer for K-pop groups. And then, I took that production class, started writing songs, and then I Lift Isn't came out. So somehow,
You're going to get there.
amen. I really hope so. That would be crazy.
Manifest it right there on the couch.
I want to make a song for Twice, Blackpink and Red Velvet and Luna. I love everyone.
Yeah, who have we have? We've had Stray Kids,
The Stray Kids,
Yeah.
Blackpink.
Monsta X,
Monsta X.
Mamamoo.
BTS.
I saw Mama. They were so cute. I love them so much.
They are so cute. I was in Solar's vlog.
Yeah. I saw. I love how she
Remember
just
that?
like vlogs. Like that's like, it's fun to see just like the daily life of a.
Of an idol,
Yeah.
because not a lot of them do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was on here?
I feel like there was me.
NCT 127.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God.
We need more though. A lot of people on Twice on. You got to do Twice.
You gotta do twice.
Any final thoughts, Stephanie Poetri?
Final thought.
I just love how excited you get talking about your music.
Oh,
You get all
Wow.
smiley and you get all like excited. I love it.
I think it's just because I'm in, in your presence, and you guys are just so vibing with the candle. Is it a different candle than last time?
It
I feel
is.
like it was.
You know the smell.
I do.
You also have great skin.
Thank you. A little skincare routine. Should I drop it? No.
Dan might
appreciate
follow
it.
it.
I
He has
might.
face serums that he uses at night and everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, you use serums?
Yeah. I have but I love masks. Like I feel like I use masks like every day. It feels like it just cleanses your soul, not just your skin. Do you like
Oh, yeah.
masks?
I do like masks. They're a lot of work. Once I lay down, I don't want to take it off.
Yeah.
That's my problem. So I like to leave on serums.
Ah, that
not-
is
I'm not
great.
lying, yeah.
That is a great trick.
Yeah.
Dan could use a soul cleanse though.
Oh, that's
So-
rude.
I feel like these masks, drop us the brand name.
Well, honestly, I don't look at them. I just take whatever is like the cheapest.
Do you like the kinds that you kind of like put on your face and then you just pull off, or like the ones that you have to like open up the thing and?
Oh, I prefer the ones that you put on.
Yeah,
Because
you
I feel
open-
like when you do this, it like my hair is like, you see how annoying this gets. So like I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love like the under eye ones.
Yeah.
That will change your life.
Okay.
Just like in the morning, just like a little.
Aren't you like 17 years old?
I'm 19, sir.
It's a good time to start doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
It
wrinkles are
is.
coming.
The stress of happiness.
Stephanie Poetri, everybody. You're awesome.
Oh, beautiful human.
Hey, beautiful human. Thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot. So we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.